But Krista, thank you very much. We started this road about 7 months ago. I went to her like a good husband. I asked her permission. And she said, okay, you can. But what came with that was whenever I complained a little bit, said, you know what, God, today I had a person slam the door on me. She's like, you know, Rolando, no one asked you to do this. You decided to step up and serve. So it's required. So, like, you know, you can always count on your wife to give you that humility. You know, it's okay, thanks, honey. I'm going to talk to my employees next time. They're a little nicer. But for those of y'all who don't know me, but pretty much everybody here knows me. You know, I've got high school friends here. I've got people, business associates, people I've served with in different boards and commissions. You know, I'm born and raised here. I love this city. I'm never leaving. You know, the recession got here, like, it hurt everybody. It hurt me. At that time, I think I had 18 employees and struggling, not knowing what to do. I should have laid them off. That's what I should have done. But I couldn't. You know, they were my family. They had got me to where I was. So I did what I thought I was supposed to do. I got in a car, I got in a plane, and I went and found more work. You know, we've been very fortunate. I've got 40 employees now. I do work in 10 cities across 7 states. I tell you, I know what it takes to run a business. And a city is like a business. I mean, we make tough decisions. We need to watch every dollar we make, but more importantly, we need to watch every dollar we spend. That's extremely important. I've got those skills. I've learned those skills. I've served on different boards and commissions about 10 years. So one thing I'm very fortunate is I have a track record. You know, my opponents may try to use it against me, but I'm very proud of my track record. You know, parks are important, roads are important, bridges are important, but if we don't have jobs, a tax base, well, we can't afford it. So first and foremost, we have to have jobs. And that's what I really want to run on because I think it's extremely important. You know, I love this city and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it's a strong, vibrant city. Like the commissioner was saying, I am doing this full time. You know, I work a little bit in the morning, you know, at the office, but for the most part, I'm going to breakfast, lunch, and most importantly, the most important thing I'm going to do every day is knock on doors. I've knocked on 2,234 doors to date by myself, but who's counting? You know, like campaign guys do. I've got 12,000 doors to knock on. I'm going to knock on every consistent voter's door twice. That's my commitment, and I'm going to do it. People say, well, you're going to get burned out. I said, well, you know what? I run marathons for fun. You know, block running. I call it block running because, you know, you go every few houses. There's not consistent voters all the time, so I run from one house to the other, which has actually worked out pretty well because people will see me running. They're like, we saw you running. We just had to open our door. You know? So it's been very humbling. Like the commissioner said, you know, I think the city council should be doing certain things. The core services. We need to focus on that. If you look at our tax revenue, we've been doing well. The last few years, we're increasing, looks good. But if you look at the bigger picture, we're almost where we were 5 years ago. So sometimes we forget that. But our demand for services has gone up. You know, our population is not getting smaller. So we have to make sure we stay efficient. My clients, just like a lot of you guys, our clients aren't paying us more money. They're expecting us to do more with less. And we have to do it because we're in business. We have no choice. Well, I've been successful, I've been lucky to do that, and I've been very humble. You know, like I said, block walking is important, but this support is important. I have to get my message out. I have to raise money, and I appreciate every one of you guys being here. It's very humbling to me. You know, you guys write me a check for $50, $100, $500. That's money you're taking away from your family, and I will never forget that. It's very humbling. You know, I've grown up very, very humbly, but I think that's a strength for me. It's helped me become who I am, and I've been very fortunate to be successful. But I will continue to work hard, and I will let everyone know here that I'm not going to give up. I'm going to work hard every day to win this race, and when I do win, I will work just as hard. And I will always be accessible, and I appreciate everyone being here. And thank you for all my co-chairs for helping me put this together, and thanks for all the community, my family, and supporters.
You know, I just real quick, Rolando, I saw 2 of my former colleagues here. I think they're still here, and that's Councilman Chip Haas and Councilman Art Hall. So loved working with them. I know that I think it was Art that appointed you to the Planning Commission. Zoning Commission. So
that's right.
It's good to see them here as well.
And also I want to recognize Robert Puente. He's here, one of our officials here in San Antonio. You know, into the future, we really have to work on what's important. Infrastructure. We need to go do what it takes to get water. You know, it's important to have a vibrant community. So it's important we do that. But thank you very much for coming. You know, keep on drinking, keep on eating. But I had a night. I told my wife. I told several people here. I had a nightmare. No one showed up. I woke up with a cold sweat. My wife's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, "I had a dream. No one showed up." She said, "Shut up and don't wake me up." But thank you again. I appreciate it.